So leading a daily stand-up can be challenging if you're a first-time project manager and you're not quite sure what to say or how to keep your team aligned. In this video, I'm walking you through everything you need so you can lead an effective daily stand-up and leave all of that stress behind you. As we get into this video, join me in the comments down below. What is the biggest struggle or frustration that you have leading your daily stand-ups? I'd love to hear from you so we can help each other win with our community. First, let's talk about what makes a daily stand-up so important. In Agile, they're known as what's called a daily scrum. But in some companies who haven't deployed Agile from the bottom to the top of the organization, you might want to use other terminology so that the word Agile or even Scrum doesn't intimidate or scare anyone right away. Otherwise, if you start using the word daily Scrum and your company hasn't even implemented Agile before, you might experience some resistance because of how foreign it sounds. So I'll make this super personal and relatable to you. For me, I always hated running as an exercise, even when I was a kid growing up throughout high school. I never liked running at all whatsoever. Anytime someone told me, "Hey Alvin, let's go running this weekend, that would be a lot of fun," I'm like, no. My immediate reaction would be to walk away from the conversation and say, sorry John, I'm pretty busy that morning, knowing 100% that I would never ever want to go running just for fun. Instead, I like to substitute other types of cardio, like swimming or hiking, that's more enjoyable for me. Similarly, going back to our topic, substitute it with the words like daily stand-up, daily huddle, or team sync. You're going to experience so much less resistance, and it might be better received by your team if Agile has not been adopted by your company. Just a pro tip from my experience. So to make sure that you and I are on the same page here, a daily stand-up is a short meeting where your team meets on a day-to-day basis to sync up on progress completed, challenges they're experiencing, and what they plan to tackle for the upcoming day. The idea here, it's simple. These check-ins, they help your team stay on track, and they give everyone an opportunity to voice any urgent issues that they're experiencing. After all, you wouldn't want your team to hide their dirty laundry in their closet, right? That would be disgusting. So on an engineering project that I managed, since our company was slowly introducing Agile, I implemented daily stand-ups with our team 3 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. In other companies, I've literally had daily stand-ups every day for 15 minutes each time. Again, it depends on the maturity of your company and how open they are to using the full-blown concepts of Agile. One positive that I've seen just by implementing these short daily stand-ups is increased clarity and transparency on your team's work. Plus, everyone will be more open to sharing what they're working on and not be siloed in their own little cubes all the time, in their own little corner, just avoiding you. All right, so let's talk about how to structure your daily stand-ups the easy way. First things first, your daily stand-ups should be time-boxed to last for about 10 to 15 minutes long. If they last 1 hour long, my friend, you're probably not doing it efficiently, or your team is spending way too much time talking about topics which should be covered outside of your stand-up. That way it's quick, it's to the point, and it's just boom, 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 just like that. Quick and easy, like that. If possible, keep your stand-up at the same time and same location. I recommend doing your stand-ups in the morning, so you set the agenda for the rest of the day. And then the team has the entire rest of the day to work on their activities. Now, other people like doing their stand-ups in the afternoon, but again, hey, it depends on your preference and also on the availability of your team members. Second, in terms of who should attend your stand-up, this should literally include all of your team members and any other relevant stakeholders. I'd recommend keeping it to your core team to start out. So that could be about 5 to even 9 people if you're working with the Scrum team. Third, here's how your stand-up should be formatted. Each team member should answer these 3 questions in a round robin style. What did you accomplish yesterday? What are you planning to do today? And are there any roadblocks that you're experiencing? These questions are very simple and they hold everyone accountable to their work. They should roll off your tongue. It's kind of like when you're placing an order at your favorite fast food restaurant. Hi, I'll have a cheeseburger with extra grilled onions, extra lettuce, and well done French fries. In a closed box, please. That's my go-to order whenever I'm craving a hamburger and I'm going to In-N-Out right here in California. Pro tip from me, if you're like me and you like hearing more of the technical details of what your team's working on, then I gotta stop you. I gotta hold you back right there. Avoid deep diving into solving problems during your actual stand-up. Instead, jot down any issues and other topics inside the parking lot so you can meet after the stand-up to just dive deeper. Keep your stand-up as focused as possible, laser focused, and right to the point. By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, be sure to smash that like button to show me your support because it inspires me to keep creating high quality content just like this. So to facilitate your daily stand-up, there are a few things that you must do to keep it on track. First, do what you can so your entire team participates. For example, if it's the first time that my team is meeting, then I like to set expectations before my daily stand-up starts. And I'll usually say something like this. As a friendly reminder, the goal for our stand-up is for everyone to go round robin and talk about what we accomplished yesterday, what we're doing today, and if we're running into any roadblocks. And that's it. Keep it straightforward and to the point. No need to complicate anything. Now, when I'm leading my own Agile projects, what I also like to do is review the Kanban board at the same time my team is reviewing their work. So this could be a physical board with cards on it, or it could be done using an Agile software tool like Jira. I've done it both ways and either approach can work. It's all up to you and your organization's preference. For me, I personally like to use Jira since it integrates all of your team's work into a product backlog, a Kanban board, and tracking it into a sprint. If you're not familiar with Jira, I encourage you to check it out. It's completely free and you can create your free account using my link down below. It's friendly and it's super easy to use. Now here's what I'll do. If I'm using Jira, I'll share my computer screen through Microsoft Teams so that everyone can see the virtual Kanban board, and I'll highlight the work items that each person is working on. By this point, you might be wondering, so Alvin, you haven't run into any issues with running your stand-ups? Well, of course, my friend, I've had some challenges. The biggest challenge that I've had is making sure our team stays focused during those 15 minutes. And trust me, you might think that 15 minutes is a lot of time, but it actually just goes by very fast. And just like that, in the blink of an eye. It's kind of like how I personally feel when Christmas comes. It's my favorite time and favorite holiday of the year because we get to be in a joyful and happy and more giving spirit. But when the day finally comes, it feels like the entire year flew by so quickly. By the way, if you like Christmas as much as I do, be sure to smash that like button. So because of that time constraint, I'll usually step in and I'll steer the conversation back to the 3 questions that I mentioned earlier. If there are certain people who are shy or maybe they don't want to participate, then I'll just call out their name. Hey John, it looks like you have a few items that you were working on. Could you share with the team what was accomplished yesterday, what you plan to work on today, and if you're running into any issues? And my friend, that usually does the trick. Now let's talk about what I do to improve how we run our stand-ups. Usually your team members will mention some kind of roadblocks they're running into, like finishing out the software code, failing test results, or getting approvals on their test protocol. What I'm going to reveal to you next will completely blow your mind because of how simple it is. Whenever my team member mentions a roadblock, here's what I do. I write it into my issue log and I'll keep track of it that way. And after the stand-up, I'll follow up with that engineering lead and anyone else who needs to be a part of that discussion. This one hack that I've done has saved me so many times. Instead of writing it down in a notebook or on a random Word file, because I'm keeping it inside of our issue log, it's there. And all the previous issues that we had are in one file that we can access 24/7. It's a very simple and effective hack that I encourage you to try out if you're not already doing it. And for our next tip, this is where you come in. It's your turn, and I'm handing over the baton to you as if we're in the Olympics. What have you done to lead your daily stand-ups effective and keep it useful for your team? Share your experiences by dropping me a comment down below so we can help each other win in our community. I appreciate you for engaging with today's video, and if you leave me a comment, I'll do my very best to respond to you and share my own personal insight and advice to you. So while leading daily stand-ups is very important as a project manager, it's even more important to actually know how to manage your Scrum projects. In the spirit of continuous improvement, please watch this video next to master how to use Jira to manage Agile projects, and I'll see you in the next video.